French government, minus the interlude during which it was occupied by the Luftwaffe. Mere months ago, German propaganda had hung from the building. Deutschland siegt on allen Fronten. Germany is victorious on all fronts. But the banners were gone now, and France had been freed. Nancy was in Paris, just as she'd planned. "This is heaven," Nancy said. She peered over her shoulder and coquettishly kicked up a heel. "A luncheon party tomorrow? What do you think?" "Ok, ma chérie. Quoi que tu en dises," the Colonel said as she sauntered toward him. "Whatever I want," Nancy said. "I've been dying to hear those words. What about snails, chicken, and port salut? No more eating from tins for you. On that note, darling, you mustn't worry about your job prospects. I know you'll miss governing France, but goodness, we'll have so much more free time." Nancy was proud of the work the Colonel had done as General de Gaulle's chef du cabinet, but his resignation made life far more convenient. No longer would she have to wait around or brook his maddeningly specific requests. "I've got a heavy political day. Let me see. Can you come at 6:02? "It's really one of the best things that could have happened to us," Nancy said. "Oh, darling, life will be pure bliss." Nancy leaned forward and planted a kiss on the Colonel's nose. "On trinque?" he said, and lifted a glass. Nancy raised hers to meet it. "Santé!" he cheered. Nancy rolled her eyes. "The French are so dull with their toasts. Who cares about my health? It's wretched most of the time. Cheers to novels, I'd say. Cheers to readers the world over. À la femme auteure, Nancy Mitford." The Colonel clinked her glass. "Vive la littérature!" Thanksgiving night. Arlington, Virginia. Katie wakes up, disoriented. She doesn't know where she is, other than in the back of a car. Her phone is missing. She can't find her purse. There is a white crust on her jeans. Cautiously, Katie wiggles into a seated position. They are on the George Washington Parkway going 50 at least. If she's being abducted, Katie is neither nimble nor fit enough to launch herself out of the car. Her gaze darts toward the front seat, and the panic dissolves when she spots her niece's long and glorious hair. "Hello, friends," she says. "Welcome back," Danielle answers. She is the older of the two sisters, by 16 months, and the driver of the car. "Did you have a nice nap?"
"See," says Danny's little sister Clementine. "I told you we didn't need to have our stomach pumped."
"Aren't you a bit young to know about stomach pumping?" Katie says. At 15, Clem is pretty, long-lashed, and freckle-nosed, but Katie still sees the snaggle-toothed, Muppet-voiced kid. "Anyway, I didn't drink that much," she adds, as her stomach roils in disagreement, and the night's events flash like photographs through her mind. Thanksgiving dinner, 3 tables, the 40-some people invited to feast, Katie's mother, her stepbrothers, the cavalcade of uncles and aunts. There are strangers, too, neighbors, maybe, or distant relatives of her stepfather, Charles.
"You didn't drink that much?" Clem says, her voice high and alarmed. "What do you consider a lot?"
"It was a lot," Katie admits. She's supposed to be a role model. Well, so much for that. "Listen, girls," she says. "Nothing good comes from binging alcohol. You'll just end up sick and embarrassed, and spending way too many hours obsessing over what you did."
"Okay, thanks. Good tip."
"The regret is not worth the brief window of fun," Katie says. "There was a window?" asks Danny.
"We must have missed the part where you were having fun," Clem says.
Katie catches them exchanging smirks.
"Alcohol's a depressant," Clem says. "You shouldn't drink when you're sad."
"I'm not sad," Katie insists, though she has to wonder if this is true. More tired than anything. But you're right about it being a depressant. They motor along in silence, past dark office buildings and the Arlington Cemetery. Katie squeezes her eyes shut and attempts to replay how it all went to hell. Downing 2 flutes of